Welcome back. Wake Up Nigeria continues with relationship discussion today. Oyindamola Shoderu is back. She's a marriage counselor and, of course, a graduate of communication from the University of Lagos. Our discussion this morning is on the blind nature of love and how marriage is an eye-opener. In fact, sometimes it can pluck your eye out. No, that was a joke. But seriously, it's an interesting discussion. That whole love is blind thing, that blindness, can we attribute it to something, especially during the relationship or courtship stage?
Okay, good morning, Titi. You're looking very beautiful today.
Thank you.
The honest truth is love in itself is not blind.
Okay.
All right, what happens is when you're in love or when you're in the courtship stage, you turn your eyes away from a lot of things or you're blinded by the hormones.
Okay.
At that initial stage, what we call the honeymoon stage,
Okay.
even when you see the red lights and the red flags, you make excuses for the person. Or a lot of us, especially women, assume we have what it takes to change the person.
Okay.
So you overlook a lot of these things, all right, because you're in love, you know, because love itself is kindness, love is patience. So love is not blind. Love is responsible. Love is a commitment, a choice.
Yeah.
But when you are in love, when the feelings are, you know, someone said love is what you feel when you feel what you feel. When all the butterflies are there, chances are you turn your eyes away from even the obvious.
Okay, so the obvious things that marriage entails, a good marriage entails, is some kind of commitment in regard to finances, future goals,
Exactly.
finances again, how to relate with the parents and in-laws and things like that.
Yes.
So when someone finally gets into the marriage and revelations, or let's say the scales fall from the eyes,
Yes.
what is the best advice for that kind of person who realizes, you know what, this is real, I'm not sure what to do?
Okay. You see, why we said marriage is the eye-opener is because courtship, dating and everything is more about infatuation, what I feel, how you look and everything.
Yeah.
Marriage, like you said now, is about commitment. It's about responsibility. My family, your family, bills, 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 and more bills. So what happens when I now find out that the person I put on a pedestal and I thought was responsible, I thought we had the same values, is not what I get or what I see. What we advise is first of all, calm down.
Okay.
Because the person is also probably saying you're not who they bargained for either.
Okay.
You could go for counseling. You know, you guys could sit down. We advise that. Sit down and talk. You can't overtalk. Tell the person, look, this is what I expect, or this is what will help us. Because when you take responsibility and use words like what I expect, the person is more receptive to what you're saying. But when you say things like you're not doing, you're not, the person builds a block and doesn't even hear you.
Okay.
So please go for counseling, get books, go online and find out how do I manage my finances, what to expect in the first 2 years of marriages, because they're probably the most turbulent. You're coming from this is how I know how to do it, and this person is coming from this is how I know how to do it. And we want to marry this. That's where the word comes from. We want to join it together to form a solid unit.
Of course.
So you must sit down, you must talk. And like I tell people, the greatest gift you can give your partner is access. Don't be too defensive. Let them talk. Let them have that liberty to be able to say, look, this isn't measuring up.
So there are different ways people have conversations about things like this. Some people are often worried to broach subjects, for instance, finance, you know, where the kids are going to go to school and those kind of topics. And the truth is probably while they were courting, they noticed these things. So I want to, you know, maybe pinpoint those who are probably about to go into marriage. What is it you advise them to do before they get married?
Okay, what we advise, or what I would advise is this. You are the one feeling all what you feel. You're the one with the hormones. Call people around you and ask them, these are my observations, or what do you think? That's when people will actually tell you they're not blind, they're not in love. Do you understand? For example, a lady who is in love may say, oh, my partner is saving or buying shares. Somebody else will tell you this is stingy.
Wow.
Yeah, so you need accountability. Don't just the mistake a lot of people make is you isolate yourselves because you're in love. Bring in people. You can read. You know, or maybe you hold a book. You don't know how to broach the topic. It's become sensitive. You say, "Oh, I read this. What do you think?" And then it becomes a conversation starter.
Okay.
You know.
All right. Now I have to say a big thank you to you once again for coming. But for the record, love is not blind.
Love is not blind. Love is not blind.
Love has to have eyes. Koro koro eyes.
It's the same eyes you used to see in marriage.
Okay, so yeah, open your eyes, people, especially if you're about to step over that broom. We're going to head over to Mary, and there's a performance standing by. Thank you so much.
Okay.